Okay, we're backstage at PDX Pop Now, a local music festival sponsored by CD Baby, a sponsor of Mainstream Media. We're here with two Mainstream Media reporters, Ruben Cifuentes and Dave Melton. And as I mentioned, we are backstage with Smegma. We have Jackie and Eric
and Ace there.
And Ace in the background. Ace hiding in the background.
That's what I do best. Actually, I don't do it very well.
Now, we're actually going to start with you for just 1 second here, Ace.
Yes,
you were telling us a story backstage during the performance about how long you've been a part of this band, or when you first became associated with them.
Well, yeah, it's been a long time since I first came in contact with them, and when I first joined, I was quite young. But it's been a long time coming.
The first person that joined.
Yes, I was the first actual person outside of the group's founding that joined.
So how did you first see them?
I met them through a record store that we were mutually infatuated with, and they gave me probably one of their earliest cassettes of when they first started playing music together. And they immediately were my favorite band, and I was an annoying teenager then, so I think I annoyed my way into the group.
So Ruben, you got some questions here. Why don't you get it started?
How you started the band? How or why? Well, I always assumed it was, 1973, and we were living in Los Angeles. The Vietnam War was still going. Nixon was still the president. The headline of the newspapers were things like LA police trained for food riots. For real, it was a pretty tense time in LA back then. I guess we were looking for something to do other than criminal activity and acting stupid. You're a bunch of young people, and
at least criminal activity.
None of us had, none of us had any musical training, so it was sort of counterintuitive to think we'd start a band or anything. But we definitely started a band, but the first rule was musicians were not really allowed to be in the band, because musicians were what was causing all the problems with all the other music at that time. Music was going through a lot of changes back then, and we were Smegma was sort of like a reaction to all the prog and really classical kind of music and stuff. More of a roots approach, folk avant-garde.
So we'll turn to Jackie here, and you are the booking manager for Smegma, and Dave, you got a lot of great questions written down here.
Been in the band? I've been in Smegma since 1982. That's 30 years. 30 years this year. 30 years since 1982. It's been great.
What are some of the places where the band has played through your efforts?
We just played in Sweden, in Västerås, Sweden. We've played in Paris, Edinburgh, London, Portland, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Toronto, and New York.
So Sweden, was that the first time you ever played in Europe?
No, the first time we played in Europe was in Hasselt, Belgium in 2005. A what? Become a what? Oh, well, it takes a while. Either you can just got it right away, or you just keep trying. Some people are just like, they pick it up, they just know what it's all about. Have I what? My favorite dance? Oh, instrumental? Well, I guess I like my record player, but it's not instrument. I like to play keyboards too. Just stuff. I like to make up an instrument and make it my own.
Now, you guys have a very unique musical style with the turntables and some of the sound effects that you have. So just kind of talk about the overall style of the band and how that came to be.
Well, you know, we like to do regular instrumentation, and Dennis is an amazing drummer. Rick and Dennis, actually, right there, they're the two people that very first started playing together. Dennis learned to play the drums, and Rick learned to play the bass and guitar. I was never very good at playing the guitar, so I went to the turntables, because I'm real good at playing records. Records are what I play best. And yeah, they started getting it together, and it just sort of after next year they'll have been playing together for 40 years, so they've got it now. They finally got it down.
Now,
After 40 years.
Now, in 30 years, when you think of all the places the band has played, like what's one very unique experience at venue that you played in that you can tell?
Boy, I don't know for sure. Well, playing in Europe is very unique. Playing here is very unique. Of course, PDX Pop is great. I love playing at PDX Pop. I'd say that's very unique.
Thank you, Jackie. Do you have other questions, Ruben? You're good?
I'm good.
Thank you.
Thank you.